Mm. Hey, Brooke Scholars. Welcome back to Remote Learning with me, Mr. Scott. Happy Thursday to you, my friends. I just want to remind you all of the wonderful work that we've been doing this week with our annotations. Do you remember what annotations are? What are they? Right! Little notes that can help us better understand a nonfiction text. Now, today's annotations are going to be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more challenging, actually, because the author of today's nonfiction article didn't organize the work into different sections. So we won't have the headings to help us really understand what we're gonna learn. What they have done, however, is they've used paragraphs quite cleverly. For each of the paragraphs, we're going to be introduced to a new idea, and we're going to think about that idea and jot down some notes. So by the end of this reading, we have a whole bunch of information about what we've learned in this article. Now, I love the fact that we have a question in the title because this question is going to be our thinking job as we are reading. And we're going to ask this question again and 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 again. So the question is, why do animals play? Why do animals play? Well, let me stop and think about that for a second. Animals play. I don't know. Why do kids play? Why do people play? People play games. They play games to win. They play games to have fun. They play games to challenge themselves and challenge other people. They play lots of different things. Sports, they make up games to play. But that's people, right? That's children, that's adults, that's groups, or you play a game by yourself. So why do animals play? Is it for the same reason or is it for different reasons? Not sure. So we're going to keep that thought in mind as we are working today. Let's start by getting a paper and pencil. Do you have your paper and pencil? If not, you need to go get it. Go on. Off you go. Shoot. Scat. Skedaddle. Get out of here. Ready? Let's start with our name. Name at the top of the page. Yes, that's where it's going and it's going to stay. Today's date, of course, is the 16th, so that's 4/16/20. And the title is Why Do Animals Play? Why do animals play? Oh, why do animals play? I don't know. We'll have to find out. And why animals play? All right. So, your worksheet, your scratch paper, your sheet of paper, your paper should look a little something like that at this point. All right, now let's get started on reading this thing and find out, why do animals play? Puppies love to run and tumble. They chase each other around the yard. They wrestle and nip each other gently. A kitten will pounce on a toy mouse or leap high for a piece of yarn. Hmm. So that's a nice introduction. That first paragraph is kind of thinking about, well, we've got all of these puppies and these kittens, these little baby dogs and little baby cats, and they do cute things and run around and do stuff. But why? Why do animals play? Great topic sentence. For the same reason you play, because it's fun. But there is more to animal play than just fun. For animals in the wild, play is important to their very survival. Whoa. They have to play in order to survive? Jeez. Young animals have to learn about their world. They have to exercise their muscle and practice all the skills they will need to be successful adults. Wow. Okay. So play for wild animals, not pets that we have at home, but animals that are born out there in the wild and they grow up and they, have to learn how to survive. So I think we've got the start of a really good annotation from the first two paragraphs. So we've got young animals. Now that's going to be the subject of our sentence, right? We're learning all about young animals. So let's jot that down. Young, make sure you spell it correctly. Young, young animals. Now, what about these young animals? Well, a lot of the times, I think the verb that we're going to be using in our annotation is play, because that's what they're doing. But we need to explain why they are doing that. So we've got young animals play, but what's the because? We've got the subject, we've got the verb. Now we need the reason why. Why are they doing this? Hmm? Absolutely. They are practicing skills they will need to survive. So, practice. Young animals play to practice the skills they need to survive. You know what? I'm going to add something onto the end of that because I really want to make a clear distinction about pets and like animals in the zoo or animals you might find, in the wild. And I think that's what this article is mostly about, is animals in the wild. So this is what it says. Young animals play to practice the skills they need to survive in the wild. As always, if you need to pause the video right now to copy down that sentence, and keep in mind, friends, if you've got a better sentence that you think is going to help you understand this, that's okay. You don't have to have exactly the same as mine, but I do think there are some important parts here. Young animals, we need to say that these animals are young. We need to say that they are playing, and we need to say that they need to do it. It has to happen. It's not like, oh, I'd like to go and play today. If they don't play, then their very survival, how they keep themselves alive, is going to be much trickier. So that's quite something. Let's get back to it. Paragraph 3. Sometimes a young deer will leap and frolic. Woohoo! With each twisting, twirling dance, the fawn's legs are getting stronger. It is learning how to run fast and zigzag to confuse predators. That will keep it safe when it's time to leave its mother's side. Okay, let's think about this now. The young deer. Okay, so why are they doing this? What are they doing? Well, they are they're practicing those skills, but what are they practicing? What are they trying to do? Well, they're trying to get their legs stronger and they're trying to confuse predators. So that connects to this whole idea of animals in the wild being able to survive. We know that young deer will often get chased and, it might likely become food for a different animal, like a big cat or something. So they need to practice these skills in order to escape from predators. So let's write this down. Now, this time, the subject will be young deer. Now, we are talking about many deer here. Deer is one of those weird plural nouns. You don't have deers. You don't add an S to the end of deers to make it many deer. You can have one deer or many deer. Yeah, it doesn't change. It's weird. English language is weird, isn't it? Young deer. So, what are they doing? Ooh, they leap and they frolic. They twist and twirl. They dance. Oh, my goodness. All of those are moving, right? The movements, that's what they're doing. All of those are described as moves. Now, in the first sentence, we have the word practice, and that's kind of what they're doing here, these young deer. The young deer move to practice escaping from predators. Again, if you need to pause the video to copy that down, you certainly may. Young deer move to practice escaping from predators. All right, let's continue. While deer have to learn to escape from predators, young lion cubs must learn how to hunt. Oh. When a cub is little, it stalks its brother or sister. It will slink along on crouched legs. When the moment seems right, the cub pounces. The other cub bats back with its paws and wriggles free. Ooh, all right. So we've got a brand new animal here. We've left the deer. Now we're moving on to lion cubs. All right. So let's jot that down. Lion cubs. Now, what are they doing? It says that they are stalking its little brother or sister, so sneaking up on it, getting ready to kind of get on near it and then jump on it. But it's not really hunting, is it? It's not really stalking. It's pretending, if anything. Lion cubs pretend to hunt. Lion cubs pretend to hunt in order to practice catching prey. That's a little bit different, right? Here we had young deer move to practice escaping from predators, but the lion cubs pretend to hunt in order to practice catching prey. You've got one that's doing all of these movements and jumping around, trying to get ready for when it's being attacked and it needs to escape. And then you've got the other one, the lion cubs, and they are practicing how to sneak up and catch prey. So both animals are young, they both live in the wild, and they're both playing, but they're playing to learn very different skills. One is catching, and the other is escaping. Let's keep going. Where were we? Hang on a second. Sometimes before. Sorry, yes. Wild deer have to learn to escape from predators young. Oh, we just did that one. I'm sorry. Wake up, Mr. Scott. Paragraph 5. The cubs keep their claws in, though, and their bites are gentle. The cubs are not trying to hurt each other, they are playing at great hunters. This is practice for the real thing. So, actually, the notes that we just took describe both of those paragraphs about young lions. I think we're ready for wolves. Oh! Wolves live in family groups called packs. When the pups are grown up, they will hunt together and watch out for each other. So they must learn to communicate. A wolf pup signals another pup that she wants to play. She stretches out her front legs and bows. She wiggles and wags her tail. As they play, both pups hold their mouths slightly open. That's how they tell each other, yes, we are still playing. Okay. So, wolves live in packs. They have pups. The pups play. Why do they play? Yes, they need to develop their communication skills. They're working together as a pack. Wolf pups develop their communication skills to be an important part of the pack. There we go. This is what I've got. Again, yours might not be exactly the same, but there it is. Wolf pups develop the communication skills to be an important part of the pack. Now, they do different things. They play and they practice and they always keep their mouths open to show it's okay, like we're just having fun here and everything's okay. But yeah, because they live together and they work together, it's really, really important that they communicate with one another to know when they're playing, when they're not playing, and how they're going to work together in the pack. Very cool. Right. Goodbye, wolves. We're wolves. 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 Much like human children, young dolphins love to play with toys. Wild dolphins are very curious. They explore their world, looking for interesting items. A piece of seaweed might inspire a game. The frisky calves will chase one another, passing the seaweed from snout to flipper to tail. All right. So, what about these young dolphins? What do they do when they're playing? Yeah, they're very curious about their world. They want to know more. So it says calves, dolphin calves. Wow. Dolphin calves play to learn more about their world. There we go. Dolphin calves, good word there, calves, play to learn more about their world. Yes, they do. Okay, let's continue. When most young animals wrestle, race, or chase, it's not about winning. Each youngster is building its strength and skills, and they are learning to cooperate. If one youngster plays too rough, the others will let him know they are unhappy with his behavior. Okay, so Young animals, they don't play to win, they're building their strength and learning how to work together. Young animals play to build strength. Grr. And learn how to work together. Huh? Huh. All right, take a look at this. Oop, 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 oop. Ah, fingers. Young animals play to build strength and learn how to work together. Very nice. We're off to the second page. Here we go. Even when everyone cooperates, play can get dangerous. But animals play anyway. Young mountain goats live all their lives on steep slopes. The kids bump each other and butt heads in fun. If they're not careful, kids can fall and hurt their legs or even break their bones. When they play, the young animals learn to keep their footing no matter what might happen. Wow. I don't know if you've seen these kind of mountain goats. Yeah, when it says steep sides, I mean, there's almost nothing for them to stand on. It's really quite dangerous. But they have to practice it so that they can keep their footing, so they don't fall off the steep slopes. So, young mountain goats All right, here we go. Young mountain goats. Young mountain goats. Where is it? Yes. Young mountain goats play to keep their footing on steep slopes. Very good. What about this? Groups of young vervet monkeys sometimes sneak away from the adults in their family. All wrapped up in their games, the little ones may not notice when danger is near, so an adult monkey will go looking for the stray youngsters. The adult will yell out a warning. Now, a vervet monkey is a monkey with a black face. Okay, so sometimes they get so distracted that young animals, while they're playing, need to still be looked after by adults. Okay, so vervet monkeys play while adults keep watch. Yep. Ah, where to go? Hang on. There we go. Vervet monkeys play while adults keep watch, looking out, so make sure that the babies don't get hurt. Watch out! Be careful! You've heard parents or teachers say these things when you play. Animals have to learn about the dangers in their world too. Playing helps them learn. Playing helps them get along. Playing makes them strong and confident. This is a great concluding paragraph right here, my friends. It kind of sums up everything that we've learned. So let's do this. The last one we're going to write about, still focused on these young animals, and that's what we're going to write for our subject. The first words in our last annotation. Okay, so what we got here, watch out, be careful. They learn about the dangers in their world. Now, I don't want to write down exactly what the author wrote. They had a great sentence. Animals have to learn about the dangers in their world. I've decided to go with young animals play to learn how to be safe. Yeah. Look at all of this incredible work, my friends. Goodness gracious, we learned about young animals practicing in order to survive, and then the young deer trying to escape from predators, lion cubs practicing trying to catch their prey. Then you got the wolf pups developing their communication skills so they can talk to one another and be a part of the pack. Dolphin calves, that's right, it's a baby dolphin, it's a calf. They play to learn more about their world. Young animals play to build their strength and learn how to work together. Young mountain goats play to keep their footing on steep slopes. Vervet monkeys play while adults keep watch over those naughty monkeys. And then young animals play in order to learn how to stay safe. Wow, lots of hard work and careful thinking went into this one. Yes, indeedy. Fantastic. All right, friends. Well, as always, you are now very much prepared to take on your exit ticket. I believe there are 7 questions, 8 questions, 7 multiple choice questions, and then 2 short answer questions. As soon as you are done, I recommend doing this just on the back of this same sheet. I think that would be fantastic. As soon as you are ready, then you can answer all of the multiple choice questions. Just stack them up on the side, just as we've been doing over here, and then the short answer questions at the bottom. As always, I can't wait to see the wonderful work that you're going to turn in today when it comes to writing and learning all about these animals and their playing. Thank you so much for joining me, my friends. I will see you back here with me, Mr. Scott, the Ultimate Champion. Until tomorrow, have a great day. Bye.